this.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC News Break. Two Eastern Europeans have been arrested after being held in connection with the alleged skimming of ATMs. The two are 25-year-old Anton Nedev, a Bulgarian, and 39-year-old Ruslan Lesker, who is Ukrainian. They will appear at the Oistins Magistrates Court. Police say they received a report and executed a search warrant at the apartment of the two accused men. They seized articles and devices connected to skimming, as well as a quantity of money. The two were jointly charged with the offences of going equipped and money laundering. Well, two Bulgarians were arrested and charged in October 2013 in what was described back then as the country's largest case of ATM fraud. St. Michael Mann is to face the law courts to answer a number of firearm and drug-related charges. He is 30-year-old Jamal Orlando Worrell of School Lane, Halls Road. Search warrants were executed at Worrell's home last Friday and illegal items recovered. He faces several counts of illegal possession of a firearm, possession of ammunition, possession of cannabis, possession with intent to supply cannabis, and trafficking cannabis, as well as possession of cocaine, possession with intent to supply cocaine, and trafficking cocaine. Worrell is expected to appear at the District A Magistrates Court. The Barbados Secondary Teachers Union is no longer threatening action that could affect the start of the new school term. Confirmation of this from BSTU President Mary Ann Redmond. She says the union has received assurances from the Ministry of Education that it will address environmental concerns identified at Commermere, the Lodge School and Springer Memorial. Those assurances came yesterday at a meeting between the BSTU and education officials at the ministry's Constitution Road headquarters. Ms. Redmond says the ministry is responding to concerns at the three schools after hearing recommendations from the union. She says while there are still some outstanding issues relating to Commermere, she is satisfied that those problems are being dealt with, and she's pleased with what the education officials have done so far. Just last week, the BSTU boss sounded a warning at the union's annual general meeting, suggesting that the start of the new term could be affected if the ministry failed to address issues facing teachers and students at the three schools. The Barbados Agricultural Society is putting forward a proposal to the Education Ministry, which it believes is the best option for students seeking a career in the agriculture sector. BAS Chief Executive Officer James Paul is suggesting the start of an apprenticeship program to help young people pursue a career in the field. His comments come as he continues to call on education officials to abandon plans for a facility slated for Hope St. Lucie on grasslands, which he says are the lifeline for dairy and sheep farmers on the island.
We have been training the BAS to get young people involved. As a matter of fact, we have been encouraging farmers who have young people with them, that they don't drive them away from the farm, bring them into the farm, help them to do things, and that's the best form of training, no matter what people think. Because while in a school, anything could be done. That's book work, that's good thing, but it is the practical aspects of farming that is extremely important. And how they're going to get that is by involving the farming community.
The concept of the natural family is being threatened as developed countries are making decisions in favor of the homosexual lifestyle and gay marriage. Dr. Veronica Evelyn says the conference by the World Congress of Families is a means to arrest the situation. Dr. Evelyn is one of the organizers of the conference. She says the theme, the natural family, is key to a healthy, stable and prosperous Caribbean community, and it's timely.
We're looking at, it's a very intense, packed conference. We have on day one, we begin by looking at worldviews. We look at marriage as a social benefit. We look at the differential roles of fathers and mothers. We consider the Convention on the Rights of the Child, the family and the Sustainable Development Goals.
Dr. Evelyn says there has to be discussion so a sound decision can be reached. She believes the conference scheduled for April 8th to 9th at the Accra Beach is an appropriate avenue to do so. She says issues such as resources need to be considered.
So do we in the West Indies, one, do we have the human resources? Do we have the financial resources Do we have the technical resources to deal with the fallout? If we change the whole structure of society and to conform to the developed countries. And don't talk about transgenderism.
Barbados has lost one of the pioneers in outreach programs in higher education. Dr. Leonard Shorey passed away last evening after a brief illness. He was 91 years old. The educator spent over 20 years at the open campus of the University of the West Indies. He was honored by that Pinelands St. Michael institution, which named one of its 2 wings after him. Daughter Norma Shorey Bryant, who spoke on behalf of the family, was moved by the outpouring of love from Barbados as news spread of his passing. She says her father left a legacy in the area of education. Dr. Shorey is survived by his wife Gertrude, 4 daughters and 3 grandsons. We'll have regional and international news